Royce, do you want to go into a breakout room together?
For which case? Is it for Sona? Is it for Thompson? Hello? Can you hear me, Sona?
Good morning.
Hi.
For some reason, I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Now I can. Sorry, that was definitely me.
Is it for Thompson or somebody else?
Well, I just want to see which ones you had, so maybe I can give you all the offers at once.
I don't know that I have any right now. I think that
okay.
I'm just kind of on standby right now, and if somebody needs me.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because some of them I can see are.
Yeah, Dan's on a bunch of them. Sammer's on one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So is yours mainly Mr. Thompson?
He's not mine. I was
Oh,
through
he's not yours.
communication,
Okay.
and Dan Batar has been assigned.
That's what I thought because I remember I'd communicated with him in the past. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good then. I'll just wait for anyone else to pop on.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Bennett. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes, I can. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Fine. How are you?
I am good, thank you.
Do you need to go into a breakout room with the prosecutor?
Yes, please, just briefly. We're probably just gonna ask for one more adjournment on this one because there's a divorce case pending too.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on one second, please.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Thompson.
Kayla Lee, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, good morning. What case are you here for?
It was Dennis Lee Jr.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Officer Rapp.
You're welcome, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Hall.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
I am hanging in there I'm in one of these little side rooms at the 35th District Court across town from you.
Yeah,
How are you doing, Judge?
I'm wonderful. Marianne, have
Well-
we seen Mr. Lamar yet?
He is going to be Zooming from my office, so my secretary is going to be logging him on.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
Marianne,
Yes, ma'am.
220264 at 9:10 is adjourned.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, it looks like Mr. Lamar is here now.
Okay. Did you need to speak to him, Mr. Hall?
I did not, Your Honor. We spoke yesterday.
Okay. The
And I already-
prosecutor's in with another attorney right now.
Oh, sure. I spoke with her this morning as well.
Look at you, all prepared and everything.
Judge, I try.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Okay, looks like we are ready on 220154 SM, State of Michigan versus Ledesma.
Ready, Your Honor.
Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sonam Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
And good morning, Your Honor. Samuel Bennett appearing on behalf of Ron Ledesma, who's appearing via Zoom. We'd waive our in-person appearance and have no objection to Zoom today, Your Honor.
Mr. Ledesma, please turn on your camera and state your name for the record.
You know what? Mr. Ledesma might still be in the waiting room. I don't see him on the screen yet.
Thought he was here. Oh,
I saw Mrs. Ledesma.
That's the complainant.
Oh,
I will text him right now, Your Honor. If you could pass just briefly, I
Thank
can make sure
you.
he can log in just a
I
moment. Thank you.
will.
Thank
This
you,
is
Judge.
194696 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Jason James Lamar. Appearances, please.
Sonam Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
And good morning, Your Honor. Joseph Hall appearing on behalf of Mr. Lamar, who appears via the Zoom app today with no objections to appearing in that manner.
Mr. Hall, you would stop chewing gum, unmute yourself and identify yourself for the record, please. Mr.
Oh.
Hall, I'm sorry,
Mr.
Mr.
Hall.
Lamar. State your name,
Oh.
please.
Jason Lamar.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the pre-trial in this matter. We had previously been scheduled for jury trial, but the parties have requested that their jury trial be canceled so they have an opportunity to speak. How are we proceeding, ma'am?
Your Honor, we did have an opportunity to speak. Ms. Mosesian and I think, tried every effort here. And we just reached a point of impasse. And the best available offer for the record is a domestic violence with a sentencing agreement of 12 months with batterer class, among other things. Section 4A not being offered to Mr. Lamar, or at least perhaps not eligible. But I spoke with Mr. Lamar about that, and given these circumstances, Your Honor, he wishes to proceed to a jury trial.
Our next jury trial date, I believe, is June the, is it 10th, Mary Ann?
That's what I'm looking right now. Yes, it is.
I don't
Um,
know. Let's see how many we already have scheduled. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Hall.
Your Honor, unfortunately, and I'm sorry if my picture cut out, I'm on my calendar app. That's actually a day where I'm out of town. And I apologize if it inconveniences the court, but I'm gonna be not in town that day.
We don't have a jury trial date set after that. We would probably be looking towards July 22nd.
That date is clear on my calendar, Your Honor.
I will not be here that day. I'm gonna be also out of town for several of those days that week.
Well, let's look. July 15th would be our another criminal week. July the 15th?
That
I'm available that day, sorry. So no.
I can do July 15th as well.
Mary Ann, do we have anything else scheduled on July 15th? I don't have my regular docket. I don't know if we have.
Let me pull up my calendar, 1 second, please.
Are we at Raymond's that day? I guess is my only real
Yes.
question.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. July the 15th, thank you, ma'am. 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Because it is so far off, we will have the final pretrial on June the 28th, 2022 at 9 a.m. That will be the plea cutoff. When witness and exhibit list will be due at that final pretrial. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nope. Oh, I'm
That is all for us. Thank you.
a little
Anything else
presumptuous
on
there.
behalf of Mr. Lamar?
No, Judge, and thank you very much. Very good to see you today.
Good to see you, sir. Have a good day. Mr. Lamar, I'll see you June 28th, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Mr. Ledesma join us?
Your Honor, I don't see him in the actual room, but is it possible to check in the waiting room for him? Because he always logs on time.
I'm looking at our waiting room. There's nobody in it.
Okay, Judge, I'm asking for an adjournment on that case. Would it be possible to waive his appearance briefly for that, or would you rather he
Any
be
objection
here?
from the people?
Judge, no objection.
This is 220154 SM, State of Michigan versus Ledesma. I already have your appearances. How long of an adjournment are you looking for, sir?
Your Honor, if we could just do one more adjournment to June 7th, so I think that's about 4 weeks. I just want to be able to see if this divorce case can get resolved within the next few weeks. If not, then we'll see what we're going to do on the 7th. If that works, we'll either set a trial or work out a plea.
Mary Ann?
going to be June 14th, but let me look for a time. Just 1 second, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. If it could be later in the morning, I'm going to be in the UP for a sentencing, but if it could be maybe after 10 o'clock, 10:30 would be perfectly fine if that works for the court.
Mr. Bitar, you need to speak to Mr. Neely.
Judge, I do not. We're also ready on Mr. Thompson.
Okay. Those will
And
be the
I-
next two, sir. We're just
Thank
waiting
you.
for a time for this case.
Sure, Judge.
Gonna have to be 9:30 with Judge Oakley.
Thank you. And
Anything
my
else on
sentencing's at
behalf of the
8:30, so
people?
that should be okay.
Ms.
Nothing from
Mosisi?
defense, Your Honor.
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Bennett. This
You
is
as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
220113 SM State of Michigan versus Alan Thompson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Bitar on behalf of Alan Thompson. He is present on Zoom. Mr. Thompson, can you state your name for the record, please?
Alan Thompson.
Mr. Bitar, I'm a little confused.
About what, Judge?
Nope. Never mind. I
Okay.
see the answer to my question. How are we proceeding this morning, Mr. Bitar?
Judge, we'd like to set this for a bench trial.
June 28th?
June 28th is fine with me.
That works for me as well.
June 28th at 11 a.m. Here
Is that-
in courtroom number 1.
And that will be in
Live,
person, correct? Oh, sorry.
yes, live bench trial, June 28th at 11 a.m.
Great.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, that is all. Thank you.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Bitar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Thompson, I'll see you on June 28th, sir. Have a good afternoon.
Tammy, I will
Thank
log off with you as well, so you can log off now and I'll call you later today.
These are 220255, 220256, 210945, and 210946. These are all State of Michigan versus Onaji Neely. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Daniel Bitar on behalf of Mr. Neely, Your Honor. He is present on Zoom. Mr. Neely, can you turn on your cam and state your name for the record?
Mr. Neely,
Good morning,
state your name, sir.
Ricardo Cáceres, Spanish
No,
interpreter.
Mr. Interpreter, not you, not just yet. Mr. Neely, state your name.
Looks like his mouth is moving, Judge, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, he's not connected. I mean, his audio is connected. Mr. Neely, can you hear me? Do you need
Mr.
to be
Neely?
closer to your device?
Judge, we're here for a final pre-trial today. I understand we can't hear Mr. Neely. Mr. Neely, can you give us a thumbs up if you can hear us? Okay, he can hear us. I don't know if the complainant has appeared, Judge.
Shemetria Burns. She has not yet, Mr. Batara. This court's practice is 15 minutes after the scheduled start time. It's 9:17. This matter is scheduled at 9:10. So I have Mr. Neely hang around for just a little bit. Let's see if Ms. Burns appears, okay?
And
That
Judge,
works for me, Judge.
if I may, I would like to give her a call. I know I spoke with her actually yesterday. She indicates she would be present.
Excuse me.
I have no reason to believe that she wouldn't be. So if you don't mind giving me a second to call her.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge, I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
The gentleman who has the sweatshirt on, who's identified as Galaxy, what is your name, please?
Oh, James Gannon, I'm sorry. I was told to join the meeting at 9:05. I don't know why it keeps joining me into people's meetings.
You're fine, you're
Mr. Gannon,
scheduled.
your
Okay.
case is scheduled at 9:20. You're okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
No, you're fine. No, don't go anywhere. You're fine. You're fine right where you are.
Okay.
Mr. Gannon, today is the day and time scheduled for your show cause, arraignment, and pretrial. You were scheduled to be in court back on, looks like January 11th, 2022. You did not appear.
Oh, no, ma'am. There's some kind of a misunderstanding there. I did appear. There was and it got adjourned because my ex-girlfriend, that's what I'm assuming, is she didn't join on.
Mr. Gannon, I'm
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
have you not talk, I'm gonna have you not address the underlying case. For purposes of your arraignment, sir, were you looking to proceed on your own or were you looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney?
No, I'm gonna go ahead on my own.
Are you sure, sir?
Looks like you
It's your
recommend
absolute
that.
right. I just want to make sure since we have an attorney here available to assist you.
Yeah, I guess I might as well. Sounds like it.
Judge, if I may, can I speak with Mr. Nunley before he gets in a room with Mr. Gannon, just because I may have some information that would be relevant, or I can also say on the.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Dude, I don't get why it's popping up as I didn't show up in.
Hello,
Yes, good morning, ma'am. What is your name, please?
Tania Rocha.
And what case are you here for?
Against Carlos Canales.
Thank you.
Mr. Batara, as soon as Ms. Moisezian returns, we'll get Mr. Canales Rosa called.
I'm sorry, Judge. Did you say something to me about that case?
I said, as soon as the prosecutor returns, I'll get that case called unless you're in another courtroom right now.
Canales Rosa is not my case, Judge. I think I stood in for an attorney a while ago on the case, but it's not my assigned case.
Dímelo, Adrián.
I think there was some,
You're listening on the ROA, sir.
yeah, I think there was some confusion over the arraignment process. I think that is just going to be a whoever the House counsel is today, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Nunley, before you go on with Mr. Gannon, we have Mr. Carlos Canales Rosa, who's here with an interpreter. And
We
it's
can,
scheduled for
we can
final
go on the record.
pretrial.
No, sorry.
I'm sorry, it's scheduled for final pretrial and the complainant is here.
Okay, got it. I think Mr. Gannon is just gonna be a dismissal, so if the court wishes, we could go on the record now and just get him out of here.
This is 210863 SM. Mr. Gannon, do you have any objection to entry of a dismissal of this matter? Unmute yourself, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Nunley, thank you for your assistance in this matter. Mr. Gannon, the case is dismissed, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Judge, my complainant in the Neely case is logging in as we speak, so just to give you a heads up.
Thank you, ma'am. Marianne, we'll have to fix the ROA and the Cornelis Roses matter to indicate just the generic MIDC.
Okay.
Hello, Sona?
Yes, hi. If you don't mind just waiting for a
Oh,
second
yeah.
until we call your case, okay? I don't know if she can hear me. Judge, I believe the iPhone that just logged in is Miss Burns.
My connection is not good right now. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Ms. Burns? So the person on the phone in the bathroom, yes, ma'am, with the blue shirt, your name?
Oh, my name is Tania. Tania
No,
Rocha.
I'm sorry. No, ma'am, not you. What happened?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Please just wait one moment. To the person who has their phone in the bathroom with the light, Marianne. Marianne, do you have it set to pull people into the breakout room with you?
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
Judge, do you want me to go into a breakout room with the person in the iPhone just to confirm?
Marianne's going in there.
Okay.
Sona, do we have any update on the Neely complainant?
Yes, I believe this is her. We're trying to figure it out. It looks like some maybe audio or video problems. I'm not quite sure, but she just logged in.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Bevel, have you spoken to Mr. Braxton?
That is the victim in Neely case, and she is coming back in.
Thank you.
Yep.
No puedo.
Ms. Burns? Ms. Burns? Recalling the 4 cases of Neely 220255, 220256, 210945, and 210946. I have your appearances. Mr. Neely, have you fixed your audio issue, sir?
Judge, it doesn't look like he has. Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Neely. What I'm asking is for one more final pretrial, Judge. I need to talk to Sona about a resolution of this case. She did send me a plea offer. She did send me discovery, Judge. I do have everything now. I had a chance to go over it briefly with my client yesterday, but I need a little bit more time.
Judge, the people don't have any objections to another adjournment.
And the complainant will not need to appear at the next one, Judge.
Thank you.
Ms. Burns? Marianne, did you talk to her in the breakout room?
Yes, without an issue.
How long of an adjournment are you looking for?
Whatever the next available date is for the court, Judge. Couple of weeks.
May 24th at 9:50 with Judge Green.
May 24th at 9:50? Oh, sorry.
I can't do May 24th, Judge. I have an in-person probation violation at Frank Murphy.
June 14th with Judge Oakley. And I'm gonna look at a time. Hold on one second.
Is that any better, Mr. Batar?
Could we do June 21st?
Is it the 21st or the 28th, Marianne?
The 28th.
28th is fine. That's the date we set the bench trial for, so that's good with me.
That's with
June
Judge,
28th at what time?
Yep, Judge Martin. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Burns?
Ms. Burns, can you just say that it's you so we know that you were requested to appear today?
At 9 o'clock, Judge.
Judge, can
Is
I go
that-
to the breakout room?
Is that your docket, Judge, on the June 28th?
It's my docket, 9
Thank
a.m.
you.
by
Thank you.
Zoom. We're adjourning the final pretrial to June the 28th at 9 a.m.
Thank you very much, Judge. Mr. Neely, I know you can hear us. You're free to go. I'll give you a call, okay? Thank you, Judge. Have a good day. Thank you, Sona.
Thank you.
May I have the breakout room with Sona whenever the court has an opportunity?
Yes. Ms. Burns? I don't know. Royce, did she make you co-host? Can you move yourself into where Sona went?
No, I don't think,
Let's
No.
get you moved.
Yep, I just made you co-host.
oh, great, thank you.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Marianne.
All right, where's Sona? There she is.
Shemetria Burns. Mr. Neely? Mr. Neely? Mr. Neely, you have a bench warrant outstanding on another matter. I'm trying to get this case resolved for you. I'm going to suggest that you disconnect and try to reconnect and see if you can get your audio going, okay? If Mr. Neely comes back on, Marianne, we're going to need a Van Buren date for him, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Neely? Nope.
May 19th at 10 o'clock, Judge, with you.
His audio is not connected this time.
Hello?
Yes, your name?
Oh, Najee Neely?
Mr. Neely, this is 21BB00612AOT. It's Van Buren Township versus Neely. Sir, this is a driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied from February 25th, 2021. You had previously entered a not guilty plea and then failed to appear for a pretrial in this matter. Based on your failure to appear, there was a bench warrant issued for your arrest, sir. Based on your appearance today on these unrelated matters, this court will recall the warrant.
Thank you, Judge.
We're going to leave your bond as the 3,000 personal that it had been previously and set it on for pretrial by Zoom, May 19th, 2022 at 10 a.m. with me, courtroom number 1, okay?
Okay. May 19th?
May 19th at 10 a.m. The prosecutor for Van Buren is not here right now. That's why I'm just going to put it over, okay?
All right.
Is there a call?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll see you then.
Okay, have a blessed day.
You too.
Marianne, can I have a breakout room with Tanya, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Bevel,
Yes.
have you been in contact with Mr. Braxton regarding today's hearing?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Oh, he's there.
Mr. Braxton, do you need to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
She's in a breakout room with right now.
I see, I know. Thank you, ma'am. Marianne, you're so on it. Ms. Targos,
Yes, good morning.
what are you here for this morning?
I'm here with my client. It's an arraignment pretrial, Dennis Lee.
She's gonna bring up the PPO violations.
The way you're captioned is just not a case.
Yeah, I'm
that I
so
have on
sorry.
my
I'm
docket,
so
that's
sorry.
all.
Let me fix
No,
that.
it's okay.
I apologize. Oh, my goodness.
No, when I see a landlord tenant case and I don't have landlord tenant today, it makes me
Yeah.
concerned.
You know, I'm very sick. I apologize. I'm here, but
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm faking it till I make it. That's what we do. My goodness, I forgot how to change my name here.
I'll be back with you in just one moment.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Nunley, I'm just waiting for the prosecutor to come back out of the breakout. Here we are. This is 210842 SM, State of Michigan versus Carlos Canales Rosa. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant. We do also have an interpreter here.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ricardo Cáceres, Spanish interpreter.
Casares, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that you will faithfully translate English into Spanish and Spanish into English to the best of your ability in these proceedings?
I do.
Thank you. Madam Prosecutor, how are we proceeding in this matter this morning?
¿Cómo vamos a seguir en este caso? Le preguntan a la fiscal.
Judge, it sounds like Mr. Canales Rosa did not have an attorney until today, I think, given the confusion of the docket. And so Mr. Neely does not have the discovery. I was going to send him what I have, and it sounds like we were going to set it for a bench trial.
Parece que el señor Canales no tenía un abogado hasta esta fecha, y el señor Nunley, que es tu abogado, tampoco tenía la información con relación al caso. Por lo tanto, parece que van a mover el caso a solicitar que se haga un juicio en frente del estrado de la señora juez.
That's correct, Your Honor. We're requesting a bench trial.
Es correcto, están solicitando un juicio en frente de la señora juez.
So put it on that same June 28th, 2022 at 1 p.m.
And Judge, Mr. Nunley and I spoke, the complainant is actually out of the state. She had moved. And so Mr. Nunley stated that he did not have an objection to having this by Zoom. I'm not sure if you would prefer the rest of us to be in person and just her by Zoom or just hold the entire thing by Zoom.
Parece que la víctima se mudó del estado y por lo tanto están solicitando de que la próxima audiencia sea precisamente vía Zoom, que ninguno de ellos tiene ninguna objeción a que eso suceda.
I have no preference. Mr. Nunley, do you have a preference?
The Zoom's fine with me.
Ella no tiene ninguna preferencia, la señora juez, y el señor Nunley dice de que está bien que sea por Zoom.
Zoom bench trial, June 28th at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m.
But you said
2,
one.
yes, sir. I'm sorry, Miriam.
You said one originally?
I said 1 originally, but 2, so it's the last thing we do because I'm assuming with an interpreter, it's going to take a little longer than usual.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Aparentemente el juicio está programado para el 28 de junio a las 2 de la tarde y va a tardar un poquitito más porque necesitan la ayuda de un intérprete.
Okay.
Judge, are we able to use the same interpreter for both the complainant and the defendant? Because the complainant, speaks English, but I think she would feel more comfortable with an interpreter as well. And so the people would also request an interpreter for her, just given, all the legal aspects of that.
Están solicitando un intérprete también para la víctima y la señorita defensora o acusadora, perdón, está preguntando si se puede utilizar el mismo intérprete para ambos casos, ya que la señora víctima, aunque habla algo de inglés, no puede entender todos los términos legales que están involucrados.
So,
Mr.
Judge,
Nunley,
I
I thought
just
that they
did,
had to have separate interpreters. Is that correct?
they do have to have separate interpreters. And I just did a jury trial a few months back with 2 Spanish-speaking people, like a victim and the defendant, and it was an absolute nightmare. I just thought about that, and doing it in Zoom may be a nightmare. I think it might be better if I'm there in person with at least my client and his witness, just so that maybe the interpreter can interpret in real time as we're going through it.
Están ahí dilucidando qué es lo que van a hacer con relación al intérprete. La opinión es que deberían de tener intérpretes separados, pero al mismo tiempo tu defensor está sugiriendo de que como va a estar contigo y con el testigo, que entonces puede estarse interpretando el caso simultáneamente, pero esa es decisión de la señora juez.
So it would be the Mr. Nunley, the defendant, and the interpreter in person, and the prosecutor and her witness and the witness interpreter on Zoom?
So I can also be there in person. I'm going to be there anyways. And so it sounds like maybe the only person that would be by Zoom would be the complainant and then possibly her interpreter. I'm assuming they would also appear on Zoom.
La señora juez está mencionando entonces que el señor Canales junto con su abogado van a estar presentes en este juicio en persona, mientras que la señorita fiscal también estaría apareciendo en persona, pero no la víctima, que tendría que aparecer en Zoom, y posiblemente también el intérprete para la víctima estaría apareciendo en Zoom.
Bench trial, June 28th, 2 p.m. live, except for, excuse me, the complainant and her interpreter who will be by Zoom.
Entonces,
Anything else on behalf of the people?
está para el 28 de junio a las 2 de la tarde y entonces la víctima junto con el intérprete van a aparecer vía Zoom, vivo,
Nothing else for the people. Thank you.
nada más del Estado.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Tampoco de parte
Thank
de tu
you.
abogado hay nada más.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon. I'll see you on June 28th.
Thank you,
Thank-
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Nos
Have a
vemos el 28 de junio, Carlos. Te puedes
Have a-
retirar.
have a good one.
Mr. Braxton needs to speak to you on the Bevel matter, ma'am. Go back into your same breakout room.
Yes.
Thank you.
Marianne, which one was my breakout room? Was that, oh, thank you.
Good morning, Madam Clerk. Good morning,
Yes,
Your
sir. How
Honor.
can I help you?
Good morning. When Miss Movsesian is done, if I could get a breakout room with her as well on the Mosley matter.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Who just signed on that's identified as Gerald Lynn? What case are you here for, please?
That's the other 950.
Thank you.
If I may, to the clerk, this is Attorney Targo speaking. Nicole Taylor is with my firm. She's named herself as Nicole Taylor, Kayla Lee Observer. She's with me. She works at my law firm.
Thank you.
Mr. Volkovich, were you going to continue to represent yourself or would you be looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney?
Well, Your Honor, the way I'm understanding with all the cases prior to me, maybe I should get a court-appointed lawyer in this matter.
Was that Mr. Volkovich that said that?
Mr. Volkovich, correct. This is
Okay.
the pretrial. One count of domestic violence.
Okay, I can move.
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
Mr. Vukovich, can you, it says join, can you join?
Yeah, I see that right now.
Thanks.
This is 220286 SM. This is State of Michigan versus James Bevel. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Good morning, Your Honor. Keith Braxton on behalf of James Bevel, P78985, and we consent to the Zoom hearing.
Mr. Bevel, state your name for the record, please.
James Henry Bevel.
Thank you. Before we proceed, I have a request from the clerk's office to verify Mr. Bevel's date of birth. Sir, if you're comfortable doing it, we're zooming on, streaming this live on YouTube. Otherwise, you can go into a breakout room and provide it to your attorney or provide it to the clerk afterwards. How do you wish to proceed? Mr. Bevel,
Yes,
are you comfortable giving your date of birth? We're streaming this matter on YouTube, or would you rather provide it at the conclusion of this hearing?
it doesn't matter. 4/25/1948.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial on this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Not guilty.
No, the prosecutor, ma'am.
Judge, we're going to set this out for hopefully for an adjournment where we're looking or discussing at the next date for June. I think it's June 14th. My complainant couldn't be present today because she had a doctor's appointment, but I did speak with defense counsel, and we're going to be discussing a possible negotiation and mental health assessment. And so we wanted to adjourn it out just to be able to get a couple of those things out of the way.
That date will be
June 14th at 9 o'clock with Judge Oakley.
June 14th, 2022, 9 a.m. courtroom number 2 with Chief Judge Brian Oakley. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, that is all. Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Bevel?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We were all set. Mr. Bevel, you will be with Judge Oakley on June the 14th, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
May I speak with Sona when she has a free moment?
Yes, I will go back to breakout room 1.
Okay.
Was that it with Mr. Nunley?
Yes, it was quick. It was for Mr. Vukovich case. That was, I believe that was just signed. I don't have the file back from that yet, Judge. And so we just wanted to adjourn it because I also have not had a chance to review it. It was not one I authorized. And so we're going to adjourn it to send discovery to Mr. Nunley and then give me an opportunity to contact the.
Is he back?
Oh. Not that.
They're together in a breakout room.
They're together. I'm going to get the Lee case called. There are quite a few people here for that.
Okay.
This is 220270SM. This is State of Michigan versus Dennis Wayne Lee Jr. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Michael Norman appearing on behalf of Mr. Lee, P75844. Mr. Lee is present. We consent to proceeding by Zoom.
Mr. Lee, state your name for the record, please, sir.
Yes, Dennis Wayne Lee Jr.
Thank you. This matter was previously scheduled for April the 26th, 2022, and it appears that Mr. Lee failed to appear. Yes. Matter scheduled today for show cause arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Norman, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, regarding the previous date, Mr. Lee was unaware of the previous date. We discovered it as when we were looking his name up in relation to another case. And then we immediately, scheduled this arraignment. So it was not an intentional, missed appointment. And he is here today and prepared to proceed. I would have him, we'd waive formal reading and have him stand mute for the arraignment.
Thank you. The bond recommendation from the Romulus Police Department is 25,000, 10%. No contact with the complainant in this case. Mr. Norman, your comment as to bond.
Regarding bond, Your Honor, my client has no prior history. He is full-time employed. He has a 5-year-old child that resides here in Michigan. I think that the 10% on 25,000 would be excessive in this case, given he's got no record. We would obviously expect a no contact order given the allegation in this case, but beyond that, we'd ask for a personal bond and a pretrial date where he would appear.
Madam Prosecutor, do you have any comment on bond?
Judge, we would follow the recommendation from the police department. And just to know, the complainant was or is pregnant during this assault.
Alleged assault, Your Honor. And they do have a child in common. He's got no prior history.
Madam Prosecutor, the court will depart from the recommendation of law enforcement, set his bond at 10,000 personal. The child they have in common, the only issue with the no contact order is the child they have in common. How do we facilitate that, Mr. Norman, or is Mr. Lee have visitation in place for this other child?
Yes, Your Honor, we can arrange that he does not have to, they don't have to see each other to exchange the child. I believe they can do that through other parties so that there's no contact between my client and the alleged victim in this case.
Ms. Lee's attorney is on and has now activated her screen. Ms. Targos, was there something you wanted to add?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are very concerned. During the course of the PPO, Mr. Lee violated, at minimum, we have specific times and relations violating the PPO. And my client does feel very intimidated and scared for her life by Mr. Lee. And they do have a system for an exchange, but we are just very concerned that he really does abide by the PPO and makes no contact. As I stated, we have 10 different instances where he violated the PPO itself.
Mr. Norman, that doesn't require a comment. Ms. Turgos, is it your position that there is a system in place for child exchange that does not involve the parties having direct contact with each other?
We do believe, as long as there's no communication and they use AppClose or whatever system that they're using right now, and that Mr. Lee does not take advantage of the opportunity to exchange to communicate with my client.
Mr. Lee, your bond is set at 10,000 personal. You are to have no contact with Kayla Lee. No contact means no contact, sir. If this court receives any communication from Ms. Lee's attorney that you have attempted to violate this court's bond, the court would consider it a violation of that bond, and you could spend the rest of this case in custody. Am I crystal clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mary Ann, that pretrial date will be
May 24th at 9:50 with Judge Green.
Judge Green?
Correct.
Judge Green in courtroom number 3, 9:50 a.m. on May the 24th, 2022. Ms. Targos, I'm noting your appearance in the file so that Judge Green will see that you did log on this morning and that you did raise concerns about the PPO violation. I've additionally put notes in that I have cautioned Mr. Lee strenuously against any effort to communicate with Ms. Lee in this matter. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, that is all. Thank you. Oh, actually,
Anything else, Mr. Norman? Oh,
I'm so sorry. Can I just confirm that Mr. Norman received the discovery in this matter?
Let me just look brief. Yes, I did receive the discovery. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And nothing else from me, Your Honor.
thank you. Ms. Targos, was there anything else you wanted to add at this time?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set. Mr. Lee, back with Judge Green on May the 24th. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is 220326 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Keith Vakovich.
Royce Snelly appearing on behalf of the defendant. At this time, Your Honor, the prosecutor doesn't yet have a file for this individual, so we would just request an adjournment so she can get a file, she can get me the discovery, and we can have a meaningful pretrial at the next one.
That is correct.
Sir, Mr. Vakovich, would you state your name for the record, please, sir?
Yeah, Keith Edward Vukovich.
Vukovich, that new pretrial date, Mary Ann?
May 24th at 10 o'clock with Judge Green.
You sound so excited.
That was sad.
Adjourn pretrial, May 24, 2022, 10 a.m. courtroom number 3 with Judge Green. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, that is all. Thank you so much.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Sir, you're all set. You may exit through that door on the left. The court officers will take care of the computer setup in there.
Okay, will they give me any other paperwork or anything, or just be here on May 24th at 10 o'clock?
Your notice for that May 24th will be mailed to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Before you go, ma'am, the victim is here on the Pancic case, Zupancic case.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I haven't seen.
He's here as well.
He's here. Oh, I forget. Cases stay with who they're.
It was indicated that it was Mr. Jadala, but I don't know if that was from a long time ago because this case is from 2020. So I don't know if Mr. Jadala is still technically the attorney on record.
He's still listed on our ROA, but that doesn't, I found out recently that doesn't make it true. So, Mr. Vopancic, have you been in contact with Mr. Jadala?
I've attempted to contact him. His voicemail's full, so I couldn't leave him a voicemail.
Sir, it might be that the court-appointed attorney who's here today might be able to assist you. And a prosecutor, did you need to speak to the victim before we proceed in this matter?
I do not. I've already spoken to her.
Okay. Mr. Nelly, I'll have you speak to him if you would, please.
Okay.
The attorneys for the Mosley matters wanted to speak to you, ma'am.
Yes.
Sona, can I talk to you first before I speak to?
Yeah. Let me go back into
Number one.
Okay, I'm gonna join, I guess I can't. Marianne, is there another breakout room I can join because Mr. Nunley's still in mine?
Oh, sure, you can go into 2, and do you want me to who do you want me to have join you?
Sounds like the other attorneys in the Mosley group.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Royce, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I for that bench trial, I know this seems like a stupid question, but are you staying with that bench trial?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right. So like today, like you were with Mr. Vukovic, that is unassigned, right? You're not following that one.
I thought that that's generally how we do them, right? Like, I thought that I was following it.
Yep, I just wanted to double check.
Okay.
Thanks.
Also, I just texted Sammer to see if he's going to be here today for Mr. Zupanik, or sorry, I know I butchered that name. So hopefully, oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, so he just asked, so it is his case. He just asked me to cover it for today for him.
Thank you, sir. Do you know what Jamie needed earlier, Marianne?
No, I haven't. He hasn't. Did he come into the courtroom? I do not know.
He did. He opened the door, but he wouldn't come in.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. These are 220335 SM, State of Michigan versus Geraldine Mosley, and 220336 SM, State of Michigan versus Jeremy's Mosley.
Jeremy's, Your Honor.
Jeremy's, thank you.
No problem.
Your appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sonam Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zach Leza on behalf of Geraldine Mosley, PA 0036.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Danny Batty appearing on behalf of Jeremis Mosley, P 84624.
Ms. Mosley, unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please.
Jaramus Mosley.
Thank you. And the other Mosley? Turn your video on and state your name for the record, please.
Geraldine Mosley.
Thank you, Madam Prosecutor. Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in these matters. How are we proceeding?
That's correct, Your Honor. This case was just authorized last week, and so I don't have the information back yet. I did get both defense attorneys' contact information to send them discovery, which I will be doing in the next couple of weeks, and we agreed to adjourning it to the June 14th date, whatever the time the court has available. And I will request that my complainant be present on that date as well.
That June 14th time will be
9:30 with Judge Oakley.
9:30 a.m. in courtroom number 2 with Chief Judge Brian Oakley, prosecution to provide discovery, complainant to be present. Anything else, Mr. Glazer?
Just a question, Your Honor. You said courtroom 2. Is this in person or will it be on Zoom as well?
It will be on Zoom, sir.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nothing further. No, thank you, Your
Anything
Honor.
else, Mr. Buddy?
Nothing from my end, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. June 14th, 9:30 a.m. courtroom number 2, Ms. Mosley and Ms. Mosley. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you, Judge.
And Judge, as for our last case, I believe Mr. Nunley was going to try to get in touch with Mr. Jadala.
Yes, he's gonna cover the case for him. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah,
I'll get it
okay, no problem.
He's in a breakout room with the defendant right now, and I know he's been in communication with Mr. Jadala on the matter.
It's been busier lately. I feel like the complainants are appearing, so it's taking a little longer, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but.
No, it's fine. We're still almost done. It's not even 10:20 yet. This is 201422 SM State of Michigan versus Jared John Zupancic. May I have your appearances, please?
Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant, standing in for attorney of record Samer Jadala. At this time, Judge, we would just ask for one brief adjournment. I know that the discovery was just sent over yesterday or a couple days ago, very recently. So I told Mr. Zupancic that I'm going to get with Samer, with Mr. Jadala, tell him that pass on all the contact information, ask him to get with his client and figure out how he wants to move forward, because I believe Mr. Zupancic is looking to get a resolution one way or another on this sooner than later. There's a I guess a custody case that's going in Wayne County now, and these pending charges are obviously part of that too.
That adjourned pretrial date will be
May 24th at 10 o'clock with Judge Green.
Got it.
Judge, if I can just request that the complainant has been present the last couple of times at the hearing, and unless of course she wants to, but if it's not mandatory, I would request that her presence be waived.
His appearance is not required at the May 24th hearing.
Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, that is all. Thank you so much.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
Nothing for Your Honor. Thank you.
May 24th at 10 a.m. and number 3 with Judge Green. Everyone have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Ivy, I'll give you a
That
call
concludes-
later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes our docket. Mary Ann, I will take us down. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah,
Good, ma'am. Thank you.
See you guys. Have a good one.
you too.
Yes, sir.